What's up, dudes? How's everyone doing? My name is Kevin, aka Beyond.
And I am Edwin. After I don't know how long it's been.
Yeah, for real. Update. Still coughing.
As you can hear.
Yeah, unfortunately, since I had COVID. And then today we are gonna talk about the band cards and all the limits and the errata cards.
Yay, fun times.
Yeah, for real. So you're gonna tell by this video by like, okay, what got affected the most. First up is Heartfelt Played. This card is banned now.
And it went from 1 to 0, right?
Yeah, went one. It was, I think someone posted this earlier, that it was one of the only cards that got both an errata, a limit, and then a ban.
I think it's the only card.
Yeah, it's like one of the only cards, or if I'm like not thinking of any that had one similar. But yeah, no, this is I'm honestly okay with this. This doesn't seem like heavy.
I forgot what was the reason, because I don't feel this was a big card to deal with.
Yeah, I'm not really sure on the reason that they gave. Hold up, I'm pretty. I could get it on my freaking phone. I got technology. No, they didn't give a reason actually.
Really? It just
I
banned?
Yeah, just banned. I don't think they gave a reason for any of these cards really. Besides the errata cards, like not for the ban cards, they didn't give any reason, but they gave reasons for the errata cards.
That's weird.
Yeah, so we got Heartfelt, we got King Piccolo, new ruler.
That's okay.
Yeah, like I honestly have no problem with it. I'm pretty sure other people don't have too much of a problem with it either. It's just a free 20k double strike, like, which is good, like it's great, but like
It was a second overwhelm. That was basically it.
yeah, it shouldn't upset players too much unless they own like thousands of copies. And like
Why do you own thousands of copies of a limited card?
yeah, for real. But yeah, these cards are now banned, and then off to the limited cards. So what's limited that I thought was very interesting was Yancha.
This came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no problem with this card. Like, what?
Yeah, when our teammate Jeff posted in our chat, I saw Yamcha. I was like, all right, this is fake, right? Like,
Yeah, this has to be fake. Like, why the hell would they affect Yancha?
out of all the counterplays from set 10, this is the first one to get on the list. Amazing.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I felt like it could have been other cards, honestly, like over this one. I think they really wanted to pump up that Vegito deck, but still, like, come on.
They said it because of the battle cards. This hurt them too much. I'm like, why?
That
Like,
doesn't seem
most of them
right.
have deflect.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't seem right. Most of them have deflect. Like, what do you mean?
Like, under that reason, God Sealing should have been here too.
Yeah. Okay, so next we're on to the errata cards. So first one on the list, Broly.
It had to.
So this skill changed. You'll see it in the yellow. That was added to it. It has a new permanent. This card can't be played by skills from any area. So that means that the Unison, the Gogeta Unison, can no longer play this card for free. You have to hardcast it now.
Yeah. Back to how you used to play it before the Gogeta Unison.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, I felt like, honestly, personally for me, I think that they should have changed it from 2 energy to 3 energy open. That's me. I felt like 2 energy was a little too punishing for other colors who are trying to play, and having 1 energy available on the defensive step is just kind of hard to play with if you're not blue.
Yeah, although I feel most colors that aren't blue always leave like 1 open the majority of the time anyway.
But not having the option to, just like, that's the only thing where I'm like, Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But I feel this is fine though. It's
I'm okay with it. Like I just
not
felt like
game breaking.
it's not game breaking. It's not really it's just played like how it's supposed to now, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I could see it coming now. Like that's great. Like before you weren't able to, but now you're able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
that,
goes
that
back to being like a 2-0.
yeah. So this is completely fine with me, but I just felt like 3 energy would have been better and would punish more energy restanding decks a little bit more. And then next card on. Oh wait, the reasoning for this card, because we actually have the errata notes for this. Crown has proven too powerful when played without paying its energy cost. We decided to errata this card in order to balance it, which is fine. I agree
Fair.
with I agree with the reasoning. And then next, Vegeta resolved renewed. So this card was pretty like the standard to play in every red deck, honestly. But the new text that they added, a part of its counterplay skill, is that if your leader card is a Vegito card, so that locks out a lot of red decks that aren't Vegito.
Literally only one leader can play this
Yep.
effectively. Effectively.
Yep. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, fuck. That really sucks for a lot of red players, especially who had this card foil, because it's been like what, like $30 each for a while.
It's about to be reprinted in the collector folder, right?
Yeah, I think. Don't quote me. Don't quote him either.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Since
Okay,
Bro-
the only
Broly's
problem.
getting reprinted in a champion pack, right? For
Yep,
Nats?
yep. Yeah, if that was the case, they should have chose better cards. Like if they already knew that these cards were a problem. But the thing is, I didn't have a problem with Vegeta.
Me neither.
Yeah, like I felt like every color should have something like this. Like yellow has something like this, Tyrannical Blow. Blue has something like this. Green has something like this. Dodoria. And black has their own like Kamehameha. Am I forgetting something?
Does Blue have one of these?
Yeah, they do. They just released a new one for this coming set.
Oh,
Yeah, the new extra card. It works on 3 or less in the bottom deck set, I believe, and you can play it for free.
Right.
Yeah, and you can play a new one for free you could play the new one for free by bottom decking another card. So that's why I'm like, they got rid of this one, really? Like the red one? Like why?
Like this was also another like weird pick, because I feel not a lot of people were complaining. It was a balanced card, by all means.
Yeah, their reasoning for this was that Resolve Renewed has become used in almost all red decks in the Zenkai series. In order to promote deck building diversity, we decided to errata this card. But if you really wanted to promote deck building like diversity, you would have errated like almost all the other ones.
you would have like errated a bunch of other cards. Like
yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't agree necessarily with that notes, honestly.
like yellow's still a bunch of staple one-ofs, so I don't want to hear about deck diversity.
Exactly, that's why I'm like, I don't agree with this.
I'm still mad about the Galactic Buster for the same reasoning.
Get over it, dude. It's been a year.
No, I'm not.
Play Bojack if you're so sad.
Make a good Bojack leader.
Okay. On to the next card. We got Violent Rays.
He slaughtered this card. I do not know why.
I don't know why either. That's why I'm all like, I thought this card was fine.
What?
Like, it was. I don't think I had a problem with this card. I think it was pretty fine, like the way it was. Negate the attack, discard a card. Your opponent, and you choose one. Your opponent can attack with cards. The new power amount instead of 20k is now 30k power, which I find kind of crazy because
like I don't like. I think there's only like 2 unisons are above 30.
No,
Naturally.
that could become
Well,
30.
naturally they're over 30K, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't think I like. I felt like this was like a little too much kick in the nuts. Like,
Like I feel Bandai got mixed up because people were complaining about Blue's floodgates.
I do agree that blue does have a little bit too many floodgates. Good ones too.
I mean, they're like 4 or 3 energy minimum, so to be
yeah,
fair.
for a deck that could restand like 6.
Who's restanding 6, man?
SS3, they have a lot of shit to just restand stuff with.
At the end of the turn.
At the end of the turn, and then all of a sudden they have so many floodgates. Okay, that's fair. I'm just saying that like, blue just
This
has
was
a
just
tiny, tiny bit too many. But this was just, I felt
Because-
not that much, like not that necessary.
Alright, I'm gonna let that blue slander slide, but this was unnecessary.
Hey, dude, I'm being neutral here. Like, and I have to admit that like SS3 does have way too many floodgates, like good ones that have triple strikes, and barrier, and they have even
So
more.
there aren't floodgates.
The Goku one.
It's not a floodgate.
It negates the attack. It prevents their battle cards from attacking.
Yeah, it's battle card. You still have a leader in unison.
Yeah, let me end the game with leader in unison after you demagic them.
Literally every other color has barrier removal.
For like
Anyway.
2 to 4 energy that like can't restand.
Anyway, this was unnecessary. I feel Violent Rage should have been untouched. It was fine.
And if they were to make it change the power, I think they should have stuck with 25 rather than 30.
There's a Roshi card that does the same thing.
Exactly.
For 25
yeah,
or
but
higher.
that's only if they have a unison up.
I mean, it's bread.
Yeah.
You're playing Gogeta.
Yeah. So let's see. Next card is Beerus, the Visitor. So what changed about this card is that part of its text is that and you place this card from your hand in your energy and rest mode, draw 1 card. So the reason why they did the reason why they did this was according to their editor notes was going a little bit down here, is that to allow a player to draw, like the previous text of this card allowed players to draw many cards per turn with high consistency. This interaction was not intended, so we're issuing an errata to eliminate it. So that's pretty cut and dry.
I feel this was like the chain attack Bobbity from like set 2. They were like, oh, it's gonna break the game right before it came out, so they rotted it early. This, you were saying, oh, with the Zen Unison, you can keep tapping 1 to draw cards and it'll stay in your hand. But in testing, that was never really a great play.
Yeah, like you would do it rarely to draw.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
That's only because your hand was terrible and couldn't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But so, this is fine, I guess, for future proofing, I guess, in case.
Yeah, as I said, like I was completely fine with this.
Like I feel this is fine. So doesn't change the deck on how it works right now.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Oh, but just to backtrack a little bit, what they said for the editor notes for Violet Rays was that when BT11 was released, a few strategies revolved around attacking with multiple battle cards with 20k power or more in a turn. Since the release of Zenkai series, BT11 disrupts several deck strategies and has proven more powerful than intended. This change will still allow red deck players to stop the highest power attack plays, but will not interfere with all strategies.
You do know most of the threats are under 30, right?
Like
U6 has a Violent Raise, so we good.
Yeah, U6 still has their Violent Raise. Why not errata that?
Oh, don't worry. People complain.
They really do. And then finally we got the last card. A card that I don't have a problem with. Sensibine.
I mean, you don't. That's my point.
I don't have a problem with this. Like literally activate battle if it's your opponent's turn. That's all they added. That you get to restand now. It's a defensive card as I guess it should have been intended.
Blue yellow's dead.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, yeah. Like, there's not really a reason to go blue yellow anymore.
Oh, that's terrible.
Since you don't have like the offensive capabilities. According to the errata notes, Sensu Bean has always been a powerful card in the Dragon Ball Super card game, but with new interactions presented in Zenkai series, players are able to greatly extend their turn and play strength by switching energy to active mode on their turn. This change will allow BT1 to still be very powerful defensive tool for blue decks, while eliminating its offensive capabilities. I felt like this should have happened a while ago.
They do know Storm was 3 years ago, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm like. I think they're like 3 years too late.
That's why I'm mad about it. I'm like Storm was the biggest offender of this.
Yeah, exactly.
But you didn't hit it.
If this happened during Storm format, so like Shenron probably would have been the top tier deck back then.
Didn't Super Shenron even abuse this, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, like
so that's why I'm all like, if that was the case, they should have affected this card a while ago. Like this.
exactly like you can't trust the reasoning. Like
Yeah.
I can't.
like this reasoning felt just outdated.
Yep.
This reasoning felt outdated to me, and they should have definitely done this a while ago rather than wait what, like 5 years.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
cool. Like cool. I can defend, but like, what if I want to push? What if I give my dual attackers +5?
Yeah, no more of that. So
Blue aggro state's getting punished.
I don't have a problem with this errata. Like I think it was absolutely fine. I thought it was fair, just outdated. Like it should have happened a while ago.
Yeah, like I'd been fine with it 3 years ago. Not now. Like why? At this point, just deal with it.
Yeah. So in conclusion, Red got pretty much the shaft by getting rid of their King Piccolo, Yamcha,
correction.
Broly.
Not set 18 red got shafted.
Yeah.
Gogeta and Sin are still the top decks.
Yeah,
Correct.
but I just feel like they have a lot less utility now. You know what I mean?
I mean, losing Vegeta is probably the biggest impact to those two.
Yes.
Because now you can floodgate them without worry.
Yep. So this gives me a reason to put like some of my floodgates to 4 now.
So I can't wait to floodgate Seraphim. I remember Seraphim complaining about Blue's floodgate, so I'll be like, I'll floodgate you now. Where's the response?
Response, please.
Response, Seraphim, please.
I mean, I think what they're gonna do now is they're either gonna play Beerus Ball or that or the black counterplay that came out. It was with King Vegeta and Bardock.
But they just play red yellow.
They could, but like for other decks, they lose. Like for example, Gogeta, they lose the Gogeta basically because they can't play duel.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. So, but like something like
Gogeta really care.
Yes and no. Like like Gogeta is always a good card to have. It really depends on timing when you use it. Like.
Oh no, I meant more of stopping floodgates.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
I feel Gogeta relies more on the leader.
Honestly, like it could go either way. Like the Vegeta was always just a nice card to have. Sin Shenron,
it was great.
Sin Shenron is definitely a card that they would put, like the not new, but the BT18 King Vegeta. Man, I need to know what that card's called. Give me a second. Okay, yes, it's not a 1-drop, it's a 2-drop. I found it. It's a 2-drop. Begrudging allies. If the battle card being played has an energy cost 3 or less, send it to the owner's warp instead. Additionally, if your leader card's black, which no one's ever gonna use, blah blah blah, but has a permanent where it says if your life is at 4 or less, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. So it's a 1-drop.
That's fine.
Yeah, so it's a 1-drop, 3 or less, so that completely works. Red could use it, so I'm guessing that's what they're gonna be playing in Sin Shenron. They're also gonna be playing like Sin Shenron is the only deck in my opinion, that could play blue. Sorry, not blue. Red yellow.
Yeah, Sin can play red yellow.
Yeah, because they have access to their bean. Like they have a yellow bean for the deck. They could charge that, and then all of a sudden that like they could play like some other like good counter plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my 2 cents out there.
Welcome to the Sin meta.
They have cookies.
Really nasty cookies.
No, yeah. Filled with triple strikes and everything.
So you'll be watching me play One Piece
Oh my god.
till I get my bean back.
Oh god. No. No. But if you top, we'll definitely do deck profiles.
I'm gonna tell you, I have 3 events. Let's hope I do well.
Okay, if you don't top all 3, I'm not doing any deck profile.
Oh, obviously, Jesus. See, like top 64. Nobody cares.
Yeah, for real. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the ban list. What are you guys' thoughts on the ban list? Make sure to put your thoughts below. We'll make sure to see if we could respond to your frustration and or levity. And yeah,
I will.
catch you later, dudes. Have a good one.
Bye.